Hi Libra, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Libra is your intuitive reading for the time between the 10th and the 24th of April. I'm going to do two rows for you. The first row is going to be for this week, the 10th to the 17th, and the second row is going to be the following week, the 18th to the 24th. Now, I always tell you I'm I always tell you I'm a Reiki Master, but I never really talk to you about it. But I am going to, I have been inspired to include some Reiki for you in this reading, okay? The Reiki will be automatically activated, so don't worry about it. And when we perform Reiki at a distance, we intend that you receive that Reiki at a time when it is appropriate for you to receive it. And we also intend that you, the Reiki that you receive is for your highest good, okay? So you don't do anything, you just have to sit back and relax, okay? Enjoy your reading, and it will automatically be activated at a specific time, and you will definitely receive that healing when it's appropriate for you to receive it, okay? So my darlings, I've already shuffled and meditated. I'm going to do a little bit more of that on camera, and then we'll get started. Okay, my darlings, so this is the card on the base of your readings. This is the King of Cups. The card at the base of the reading is the overall energy of this this time period, or the perspective that you need to see this reading through, okay? And that's the King of Cups. Cups energy is all about our emotions and our feelings. And the Kings are all are active, which means acting on our emotions and our feelings. Sometimes, as you know, because it's emotional maturity with the King of Cups, the King of Cups doesn't always act on his emotions or his feelings, or on her, it doesn't matter, male, female. So it could be that there's hidden emotions, that you have feelings for somebody, someone has feelings for you, you want to act on those feelings, or you might be reluctant to act on those feelings, etc. So it could be that type of energy coming through. Okay, my darlings? I'll just draw your attention quickly to the astrology for the month of April. Followers of Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and Facebook will have seen these. You can find the key dates, a description of how these will affect us. You can find that in the description box below, my darlings, okay? And also, there's another very important transit which I'm just drawing everybody's attention to, and that is Venus in Pisces between up until the 20th of April. The universe is helping us to heal our heart chakras, okay, to clear that heart space from any traumas or any difficulties that we've had. The universe wants us to have new emotional experiences, new positive emotional experiences, okay? So that's quite interesting how it links quite nicely to your King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Now, my darlings, we will get started. This one wants to come out as well, first of all, with this. So let's look at this week first of all, and we've got the Page of Cups, okay? So we're tentative, we are nervous, okay? So there is love, seems to be love here, Libra, okay? Seems to be some love here. Some of us are a bit nervous about acting on it, you know, but we are wanting to. This is kind of vulnerability, feeling vulnerable in our emotions. And that could be, doesn't have to be necessarily in a love relationship or love situation. It can just be about anything, going after something that we want, and something that we really love and desire, but we might just be nervous about it. The pages, unlike the kings, do not know the outcome of the situation, what's going to happen when you take on that job or when you go after that person. You don't know what's going to happen, but You still want to do it. Your inner child is calling out, crying out to have these new emotional experiences, okay? Your inner child is crying out to have these new emotional experiences. And we want to put this down. You've been suppressing, as I said, the king, he sometimes does that, suppresses his feelings. This is really about suppressing our feelings and having all this work, these distractions that suppress the truth of how we feel. I feel like you're moving out of this energy. This energy is almost, in fact, it's as if you've already moved out of this energy. It's as if you're watching this today, you might watch it on the 10th, and you're like, do you know what? I felt like this on Monday and now it's Wednesday and I don't feel like this anymore. It's like that. It's like past already. This energy's already passed. And it's interesting because the 10 of Wands for me is this energy here. If you persevere with the discomfort, will the situation improve? That's a question that the 10 of Wands asks us. Because we don't have to put the wands down. We can continue to walk. We can continue to suppress. We can continue to distract. But this is what it asks us. That's the question. Followers of Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram, on Facebook, you'll have seen this post. You'll have read the descriptions of this already. Feel free to go out and watch them later on. Those videos on Instagram. Anyway, you've been, this is the past though. I feel like the energy is coming in new. So you're wanting to offer yourself to somebody, tell somebody that you love them, or stop suppressing your emotions. You're wanting to stop suppressing how you feel. Even though you feel vulnerable, even though you're uncertain, because you're the page, you can be confident. Even though you're uncertain though, you're wanting to end this energy. Very similar energies for you guys and for Gemini, actually. Very interesting how that happens. But I've talked a lot this year about the earth signs and how these transits are really affecting you guys, because we've got very heart center and heart chakra healing going on just in the universe this year. Gemini, Libras, Aquariuses are struggling because, you guys are all about your higher wisdom, your discernment, your clarity, your logic, your knowing. You're all about that, the earth sign, the sword energies, the earth signs. But actually, your heart chakras are being opened. And in 2019, you are evolving. We're all evolving, but you are evolving. Your earth signs are really evolving, and you're being asked to start to have more consideration on the heart chakra, on the heart space, on the emotions. And that's a uncomfortable place for you to be, potentially. However, you are being encouraged consistently this year throughout the transits, the astrological transits of the year. Your heart is being opened up. So it's now a time, Libra, where there's no avoiding. There's no avoiding your emotions and your feelings. And you've tried to avoid them with work, with stress, with distractions. You've tried to avoid them. You've worried. You've agonized. You've gone through that anxiety, but still, emotion wants to come through. Emotion wants to come to the surface. You're being asked to notice how you feel. Look, and it is love. I think that, Gemini got the Lovers card in here, the Lovers card in this position. So it's, as I say, it's similar. So it could be relationships, yes. Soulmates, yes. Could be just something that you love, though, as I said earlier, okay? 2 of Cups, soulmate energy. Feeling connected to somebody else or something else, committed. Number 2s are about commitments, duality, balance, yeah? Harmony. Harmony is different from balance. I won't go into the semantics, but you do know that I used to be an English teacher, and maybe when I get to a year on this channel, I will stop with the semantics, but I'm very precise in my language choices. Anyway, the Cups energy is about, again, your emotions, And, you know, this is, again, it's a strange place for you to be. It's a difficult place for you to be feeling like that, because usually, well, you know, he hurt me, or she hurt me, or it didn't work out in the past, or, you know, I'm not going to be good at it, or whatever. It's not time, it's not ready, whatever. But it doesn't matter. It's like you're ready for it and it's ready for you. You're ready for her and she's ready for you. You're ready for him and he's ready for you. And no amount of this thinking is going to change what you're feeling. You can, the feelings and thoughts and feelings, emotions are two different things. They're two completely different energies. We process them completely differently in our bodies. And Libra, you're just starting to realise that now. You're starting to realise that you can't think yourself out of love. Or you can't think yourself into loving someone or something. You can't, it's impossible. It's impossible. Either you feel it or you don't, and you feel it. And you're trying not to feel it, but you do. You're trying to rationalise and interpret those feelings by using the muscle that you're used to using, your mind, your intellect. But you can't. You can't think yourself out of feelings. You can't. You either feel it or you don't, and you feel it, and so do they. Or so does this opportunity. It wants you and you want it. You want her and she wants you. You want him and he wants you. And no amount of, yeah, but, I'm scared. No amount of that is going to change what you feel. And as I said right at the beginning of the reading, the universe right now, Venus is in Pisces, so you must be struggling with this transit, you air signs. Because Pisces, as above, so below. What's beneath the surface is going to come up to the surface. All the emotions of getting churned up, and Venus, the planet of love, it's starting to be revealed. No amount of thinking is going to stop you from feeling something, ever, ever, ever. You can kid yourself for so long, you can distract yourself for so long, which is that card here, but ultimately you feel how you feel, and you're fighting it. This is you fighting it. Fighting the feeling, I don't want to feel it, I don't want to feel it. You don't want to feel it, Libra, but you feel it. You're trying to fight, you're trying to suppress it, you're trying to push it down. You love her, you love him. You want to do that job, you want to retrain. It don't matter how much you try to fight it, how much you try to intellectualise it, how much you try to tell, thank you, Tiny. Tiny's here. You know Tiny's an earth sign. It doesn't matter how many times you try. Come on then, Tiny wants to come up. Come on then. Good boy. You knew it was Libra, didn't you? You knew it was Libra. You love the Libras and Geminis, you, don't you? They can't see your face there, dog. Get down a bit. There you go. They can see your face now. Good boy. Right, sit on my knee. Let me finish this reading. Yeah? You're trying to fight the feelings, Libra. You're trying to fight them, and it ain't working, is it? It's not working. It's not working. You know, this is the tension within. It comes from within. It creates conflict on the outside because the change comes from within. The change is the healing. The change is the opening up of the heart chakra. The change is the recognition that emotions are different from my thoughts, Libra. That's what's coming in. Look. Change is coming in now. And, oh, sorry, this dog, he doesn't look heavy, but he is. Change is coming in. And ultimately, you know, you are able to manifest the things that you want. You're able to have the relationship that you want, or the work that you want, or the job that you want, or the opportunity that you want. You're able to have it. You're able to manifest it. Even if you're trying to fight it, even if you're afraid of it, you can't see that, can you? Even if you're trying to fight it, even if you're afraid of it. Right, Tiny, can you, come on, hang on a minute. I'm going to have to move this dog because I can't get to the cards, dog. There we go, it's better, good boy. Even if you try to fight it, the change is ready to come into your life. The newness, number one, is ready to come into your life, and you're ready for it. You're ready for it, Libra. You're vulnerable, yes. But as I said, what are you afraid of? This is literally practically the same reading as Gemini's. Well, it's not, but it's very similar. You know, you've got to recognise that, as I said, thoughts and feelings are two different things. And I'm not saying that to be facetious. I'm saying that because at one point in my life, I didn't realise that. I didn't realise that a thought was different from a feeling. I thought you could convince yourself of anything, and you can, but you still feel what you feel. So separating those two things is very important to learn how to do it. And we can spend time in meditation to help us. Meditation brings through clarity. It helps us to recognise the three swords that have been stuck in our heart space and recognise that we can remove them, recognise that we can transform from them. We can cut those things out. We can re-establish a new foundation with number fours. And when it comes to love, you know, look, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away. Oh, to find a better day. I don't know, that just came into my head. Craig David. That's like old school Craig David. Craig David. Anyway, walking away. What are you walking away from? See, some of you aren't going to face up to it. Some of you aren't going to, you're not going to be able to look at this. You're not going to be able to spend that time in meditation. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to find it very difficult. But I'm telling you right now that this year, Libra, the more you fight it, the harder you're going to find it. The more you ignore your feelings, the more you ignore the energy that wants to come through to change, you are going, the harder, the more difficult it's going to be for you. Because it's here, as I said. The reason Venus is in Pisces is to open all of our heart chakras up, to give us all new emotional beginnings, new emotional experiences. So you're moving on, and justice is going to be restored. Balance is going to be restored. So I feel like some of you are going to be moving back toward a loved one, a lover, and you're going to walk away from these emotions. You don't like it, feeling like this, but it's necessary. It's necessary. There could be reconciliations coming up for some people, which this would represent here. Could be reconciliations coming up for some people, or it could be that you are leaving behind the negative emotions. But we only leave the negative emotions behind once we're able to recognize that they exist, okay? So it looks like for some of us, I'm not a Libra, for some of you Libra, you're going to be finding this person. You're going to be going back to this person, or you're going to be finding this person, and you're going to be overwhelmed by emotions and by feelings, but ultimately that's what you're meant to be feeling. You're meant to be feeling overwhelmed by these emotions, by these feelings, and you're still meant to go for it anyway, because you are absolutely more than capable of actually manifesting the type of relationship, the love, the commitment that you want, and the justice and the balance that you want, okay? So, my darling Libra, oh, that's your card actually, isn't it? Libra, yeah, that's you, Libra. And actually, when's the full moon, the double full moon? A blue moon is when we have two full moons in the same month, and a double full moon is when we have, so in March we had a full moon in Libra, and in April we have a full moon in Libra. So it's called a double full moon. That's the difference between a double and a blue. Anyway, so it might be that by this time, that's when it's going to be, the 19th of April, Libra, that you're ready to do this. You're ready to release, walk away, and take action toward the thing that you want to do. You know, you find your balance back by the 19th, hopefully. That's the full moon card. And actually that would be by the end of, by this end of this time period. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you, my loves. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you. And I hope that you can, again, start to just absorb the feelings. This year, it might be uncomfortable for you because it's about emotion, as I said, but it's about your evolution. So what a beautiful way to end your reading. Okay, my darling Libras, I hope you liked that reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave me your comments, because I love to hear your comments as well. Feel free to share this video on your social media, your Facebook, your WhatsApp, if you think it will help your Libra friends. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications of new uploads. There is a reading, as I said, a reading I've done, Venus in Pisces reading. You can check that out. It's still available to view, obviously, right now, along with a twin flame reading as well. And you know, whenever this is the first reading Tiny's been in. and you're the 11th reading, and this is the only one Tiny's been involved in. So you know when Tiny comes, there's a message for you that you should listen to, okay? So heed this warning and know that you are ready to have the type of commitment that you want, or to walk away from the type of feelings that you've been having and the type of way that you've been dealing with things. It's time to transform, Libra, okay? You are ready. Thank you very much, my darlings. I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.